All right, guys, good morning. Haven't done a little chat and drive here in a minute. Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight, if I get this out tonight, Wednesday nights, every other Wednesday night off Center, having a show. Ziggy and I have a show on his channel. I'll link that somewhere here in either this post or the screen, because I don't really do that, so I don't know if I know how. Oh well, move along. So one of the things we can talk about real quick is the Wendy Mania has started. We've already seen, I guess, the one of the one black, because we know there's more than one that they'll come out with, just because there's different versions of the black in football. So I'm assuming there are different versions of the black in basketball. We also will have the white sparkle at some point with the white sparkle packs. We've seen gold's already pulled as well. So that's moving real quick. Obviously, a bunch of the retail stuff's been out for a minute. We've seen all of those. And I've noticed, too, with retail color, like for football, for sure, I know that the red and the blue, they're not very common at all. Like, I feel like I see more kabooms of players than I do colors of players coming out of either the red or the blue. And I've been following specifically more of my teams for color match, because the Bucks are red, so I want the red one more than the blue one for that. I do feel like the red and blue are pretty equal. I feel like if I was to say one's rare right now, I'd probably say the blue. I feel like I've seen more red than blue, but I'd have to go back and really like deep dive into online sales on eBay, because that's the easiest place to see something like that. And really check what's more rare, the red or the blue. And then does it really matter if it's not a color match to a team? Because I know red and blue go with a lot of teams, or at least decent amount of teams. But, you know, something like an Aaron Rodgers in a blue or a red doesn't do much with him, you know, being in green and white all the time. So that's be interesting, even though I really haven't seen the neon green a lot either, which I don't know which product that's out of, but I have seen some neon greens, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of those either. It'd be really interesting. It's hard because Panini doesn't give us a dang bit of information on, you know, at least some type of odds of pulling one. I feel like their case hits, personally, in retail for like a blaster case or maybe even a mega case, where there's only one red or one blue, not both. One of the things Panini's done recently is created more case hits. And what that does is it makes a product case opening a bit more interesting, because there could be up to 4 versions of case hits. Now, obviously, one of those versions of case hits will usually outdo another, or be more popular or more flashy, better looking. But what I've noticed is we are back in a very heavy insert parallel universe like we were in the late 90s, early 2000s, where they are trying. Still not as cool as what we used to get, because they complain they can't do it, which is a lie, because we've seen what Disney does with all of their product. We've seen what Dragon Ball Z and some of these other card games are doing with product, with foiling and things like that, and making such dynamic, beautiful cards. And they make them appealing to people that don't even like the game. Okay, because I want one of those Dragon Ball cards because that looks cool as hell. Or I want a certain Pokemon card, or what is it? There was another Japanese one, or even the Disney cards, for instance. They're beautiful. They did Prism better than Prism, and it's like just shows you when somebody new comes into the fray with a new idea, they don't go, "Oh, we can't do that." They just do it. And I think that a lot of these companies are stuck in a rut with these people that have been there for a long time on what they can and can't do. And some form of it, I'm sure, is legal, getting in the way and saying you can't do something, or, oh, that wouldn't be safe to do. Last I checked, sometimes those types of controversies bring forth more value than they do harm. And if you're not willing to step out into the light and say, look at me, I'm doing this anyway, well, you're not really trying to overtake the market, in my mind. I mean, obviously, Fanatics is doing it just by buying everything. But at the end of the day, we still need stuff. But you can see a projection of too many parallels and options. Top Series 1 baseball. All right? Fun product. It's fun because of all of that, but it's also not highly valuable and liquid because of all that. I mean, again, I'm a Rays fan, so looking at like some of the Curtis Mead autographs, it's funny that they have on card and sticker based on the type of card it is, because there's both. So it's really weird. Sorry, get an emergency alert here. And it's just weird that you have an on-card auto and the sticker auto, and of course they did the throwbacks to the '89 top set. So almost, I guess, all of certain rookie cards are autographed only on that, because I haven't seen the base rookie card in an autograph variation. So I find that really weird. The other thing too is, outside of certain hits, parallels, that they have made it more fun to get, and for like set collectors or really team or player builders, the rainbow, even for tops, is probably miserable because of all the different variations with different packaging. And that's where it's really coming down to. Each package comes with the variation that's only available in that package. But again, it's doing well. They're doing well with the launch party, which I didn't care for it being at midnight. I thought that was a little dumb, because I was there. There was no kids there. It's a school night. Guys, kids are part of what you need, especially in a lower end product like this. You have to do that during a time frame that they can get to it. That should have been like a 6 o'clock to midnight type of thing. Not a start at midnight BS when we have all their product out for over a week on eBay and certain people breaking it anyway. Like that was, don't do that again. Unless it's an adult product that you're doing or something that's the kid's not going to touch, starting at $500-600 a box, and you think it's so special that a group of people are going to jump out there and watch it in all these shops, I wouldn't do that. And then the other thing is they have the top rip party on the 24th at specific shops. My shop here in Tampa will be doing that. They will be having an athlete there as well signing. It is free. So again, it's one of those things that some of the shops are going to have Fanatics representative there with a player for this top rips party. They'll probably have some special thing that, all right, sorry about that, my camera cut out. But again, 24th rip party. If you check local shops, see if they're doing it. I know shops don't really advertise a lot outside of a Facebook or maybe an Instagram. So just check your local store to see if they're doing that. I'm going to try to go to it this week on the 24th. I have a show that's the 23rd and 24th, which is the Tampa show at the Hilton on the corner of Cypress and West Shore. And then I have the Clearwater show on, that one's Friday, Saturday, sorry. Tampa show is Saturday, Sunday. Clearwater show is Friday, Saturday. Saturday, Eric Rhett, former Florida Gator, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, will be there signing for a $10 donation that goes to helping pets and dogs get homes and stuff like that. So good cause. Then they sign maybe up to 2 autographs per person. You can always donate a little more to get some more autographs. So that's cool. Again, I love the autograph idea. I love seeing older athletes there, especially Tampa. We got so many athletes that still live here. So many athletes from other teams that live here. And, it's just having those connections with people willing to come out and do something like that for a donation, for a cause. Even if it's a donation for their own group would be great. But, it's a lot of fun because you get to see somebody in person you used to watch on TV and root for and or, be a part of your team. But other thing, Anthony Richardson auto. I posted a thing. I'll try and post some pictures here as well. The little tiny micro auto does not, to me, I don't think that's his auto. Because all the other autos I see, he has the larger A, the larger R. It's a bigger, sloppier auto, if you want to call it that. And some of the ones that I saw even on the Panini product, on the Prisms that were bigger, still don't match the other larger auto that he usually does. Now, I think what they really need to do is get away from just somebody signing a piece of paper saying, I saw him sign this. I think they need to sign these things on video. Like, this needs to be a recording. It doesn't have to be open to us, but it needs to be recorded so when a situation like this happens, we can go, look, here's the video of him signing these autographs. Okay? Now, I'm sure it takes hours to sign all these. They probably do it over a few days. They don't just do it all at one time. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do you really want? We got to have some type of actual verification on this. We live in an age where video is very readily available. Doesn't need to have sound, so they can say whatever they want or have their stupid party or whatever they're doing in the background. So there's no trouble there. But we need to have video of them signing these things at this point. It can't be everybody has a smartphone. Send the stupid tablet with them to get it. Say, hey, set this up right here. If you could please record this, part of the contract, blah, 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 blah. You know, if you do it in multiple sessions, please record multiple sessions. That way you have proof, without a doubt, that they signed it themselves. Because we're now getting to the point that we don't know who signs it. We already know that they put fake patches of fake patches in cards for wrong players. They put the wrong game use material in other product, thinking they're never going to rip this apart. Well, guess what? We started ripping it apart. We found out you lied. What penalty did they pay? Nothing. That's misleading and lying. How is that not a lawsuit? That should be a class action lawsuit. And it wasn't an accident, because we've seen people do it and rip multiple cards of the same person in the same sets, and the wrong player. Even across other sets, we've seen that happen. So, again, there was no accountability. Nobody got in trouble. They just said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It must have been a mess up." They so much shit gets blown out of proportion and blown off is ridiculous. Panini, for whatever reason this is that Richardson did or didn't sign these autographs, they're still on the line for that. That's their job. That's their guarantee that they're putting on that card. And if we're getting product that we can't guarantee what they're offering us, what's the point? You know, even like the new tops, the ones numbered 10 that are autographed. I looked at the Altuve because I was looking at bidding on that. And the patch is not from any event or warrant. It's fake. It's a fake patch. You got a card numbered to 10, on card auto. Give me a piece of real jersey. Real colored jersey like it's supposed to be. And if you're going to put fake patches in there, make them fire. Make them logos of teams. You have the right to do that. So at that point, just get me a team patch and make the 10 coolest patches inside that set so that everyone just looks fire. Just because of the lines, it's stupid. Stop it. Okay, and the other thing too is logo cards. I don't care for the NFL shield cards as much. I like the ones when the shield on the jerseys were more holographic and nicer. Just like with NBA, the ones that have like the cracked ice logo of the players for that year's jerseys. Those are fantastic. The MLB logo man, I do like that one a lot. Just something about the NFL shield. They don't really have a logo man, they just have a shield. And I feel like it's boring and played out. And I want something different. Like, I'd rather have the sweetest part of a patch in my card, honestly, than that stupid logo shield. Because I'm over the logo shield. And I have logo shield card. It's just, it's not even a one of one. It was back when they just put random pieces of cuts in cards in the early 2000s. It wasn't like the one of one had the best one. Sometimes the one of one had the worst one. But it's just a cover card number 25 that usually they're all patches and mine's just a napkin. So it's just one of those things that, like, it just makes me keep feeling like they don't care. They really don't care. You know, you're just slapping me around like an idiot, wanting me to value your product. And at the end of the day, you know, you're not putting any value into that product. You really aren't. You're being lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Okay, I always get on all these people. We have so many great creative people in this hobby. And I noticed that some of the guys that do the card cutting and the reclaim customs and stuff like that are now getting to put cards in those products, which they should. But they should also mimic what these people do and put those cards into the universe and make something so damn cool and so dang popular that you could call it a case hit. You can call it a pallet hit, you know, where there's only one per pallet of, let's say, 12 cases. Like, ramp it up, people. Because right now, we're seeing basically all these popular cards being printed more and more to the point that it's going to be the base card. Like, in 10 years, you're going to probably have a Kaboom set. Because Kaboom is literally just foil, okay? It's a printing over foil. That is it. They didn't do anything special to make the card. It's not a glass card, an acetate card, a snow card, a motion card, a molecular card. There's no extra super expense. It's the cheapest version of a high-valued card. I wouldn't even be surprised if they went King Griffey Jr. style and just started printing Kabooms. And they probably already have. There's somebody there just hitting the little ringer. There's no number on these cards unless they're gold or whatever. But you don't need it when you can get $1,000 for a regular silver Kaboom. Print, print, print. I'm going to take a box of these off to the side. We're going to grade a bunch of them. I'm going to sell them slowly. Like, go look at some accounts that sell just kabooms. Has anybody ever done that? Just look for an account that's just selling kabooms. Like, they got it, just waterfall of kabooms at their house. But, all right, guys, I'm going to end this. I'm getting ready to get to work. There's a little bit of rant time for you. Hope y'all are doing well. I'll get some show footage this weekend. I'm going to try to go to both shows and the card shop. My wife's probably going to hate me, but that's going to be all done on Saturday. But, all right, guys, take care. See ya.